Let's begin. Number 10. Belfast logo design, $280,000. Joining the list of cities which have spent big bucks on their new city logo is Belfast. The Belfast logo design was around $280,000, which is available in one of the several different colors including lime, blue, fuchsia, maroon, and aqua. The creators of the logo of this city decided not to complicate their lives too much and simply enclose its name in a heart, which can be interpreted as a stylistic performance of the letter B as well. It can be interpreted in two different ways, as a stylized letter B or a heart. The name of the city is written on the inside of the logo. While not reflecting Belfast's logo and turbulent history, it is still a welcome change from common Irish stereotypes. The idea was to make the city more attractive to tourists as well as investors, and to emphasize the dynamic nature, and to move as far away as possible from the years during which it had gained its notorious reputation. Number 9. London 2012 Olympics logo, $625,000. Olympics are always a big deal, not just because of the scale of the event itself, but because of how much money goes into it, as well as how much money is earned. And here we already see a tendency to complicate the logo, but paradoxically to reduce its price. There is perhaps no better example than that of London's 2012 Olympics logo, which cost the Olympic Committee in London $625,000, making it the most expensive Olympics logo of all time. However, despite the sum, the London Olympics logo has been criticized heavily. While some felt that the logo was something that could have been drawn by anyone, others thought its design featured no cultural insight or historical landmarks London is known for. Number 8. Pepsi logo, $1 million. A picture of this logo is not needed to recall three multicolored waves combined into one ball. Although Pepsi's current logo is not all that different from their old one, they have ended up paying $1 million for it. The old iconic Pepsi logo was changed and now features a different distribution of colors, with red being more prominent. Also, the entire logo is tilted at an angle and more in tune with the current trend of flat design. According to others, the Pepsi logo change was an attempt to challenge Coca-Cola, which is still the most popular cola brand in the world. Pepsi is not doing too shabby either, since they can spend $1 million on a slight alteration of the logo. There is still room for both, although Pepsi will continue with their attempts to increase their presence globally. Number 7. Citibank, $1,500,000. The logo of this bank is a logo that lasts. It was created 20 years ago, and as before, it remains recognizable, memorable, and relevant. Taking into account the turnover of this bank organization, the cost of its creation is a mere trifle, a drop in the bucket. But the most remarkable thing about creating this logo is the fact that the version was the first one invented. It was painted on a napkin, becoming the first but the final. Perhaps it's worth paying for such a talent. Number 6. BBC logo redesign, $1,800,000. These several variations of the current BBC logo, but one of the most common ones is the combination of white block letters against a dark background. For this, BBC paid $1,800,000. However, they can be forgiven, given the fact that they hold a record for the time during which they have not changed their logo one bit. Finally, they gave in 1997, which is when the new BBC logo was introduced. Speaking of the record above, the original BBC logo was in use between 1971 and 1988. In case the BBC decides to stick with their current logo, they will beat their previous record, given that we are talking about a global corporation with an instantly recognizable brand logo. The sum they have paid for its redesign does not seem excessive, especially when compared to some of the other entries on the list. Number 5. Australia and New Zealand Banking Group logo, $15 million. This logo was created during the merger of two large banks and was the result of combining the first letters of their name into one abbreviation. Australian and New Zealand Banking Group, which is a joint venture company, paid $15 million for their logo design. The logo features letters A and Z, which create an impression of movement, along with the graphic element, related article logo design for a new company. Truth be told, the entire sum was not invested in just the logo design. It was the total amount of a much larger marketing campaign which started in 2010 and ended in 2012. Mind you, the ANZ being the biggest bank in New Zealand and the third largest in Australia, they did not mind investing that sort of money in a marketing campaign. Number 4. Post and Norge rebrand, $55 million. The importance of having a good logo was not lost on the Norwegian Postal Service, which has shelled out $55 million for the logo they are currently using. Apart from the graphics, which are not your usual Norwegian design, it features the word Posten Norge with the word Posten meaning post. The marketing message is obvious. In this way, letters are delivered from the sender to the recipient. The new Posten Norge logo was introduced in 2008, and all of the post offices were rebranded. Even though the sum paid for the postal logo was astronomical, the following results showed that it was a sound investment. Number 3. Accenture logo design, $100 million. Accenture paid as much as $100 million for their logo. The 9-digit amount was paid for the logo consisting of the name of the company, plus its values and the mathematical symbol at the top. The word itself is a portmanteau of the phrase accent of the future. Accenture was forced to change its name and adopt a new logo after leaving the Andersen Consulting Group and venturing on its own. However, the company known for outsourcing has caught some criticism when it comes to the Accenture logo, despite its price tag. Some claim that the simplified logo does not convey enough meaning. However, despite its streamlined look, the Accenture logo was chosen after 50 different options and designs were rejected. Nevertheless, Accenture is now a reputable company and its logo is instantly recognizable in the industry. Number 2. British Petroleum logo and marketing, $210 million. The second most expensive logo of all time was paid by the British Petroleum in 2000. How much did they pay for it? A whopping $210 million. They went with the design featuring shades of yellow and green, which was supposed to represent the company's dedication to being more green. However, what makes this BP logo even more expensive is the huge fiasco BP suffered. Yes, we are referring to one of the most devastating oil spills in history in the Gulf of Mexico. Needless to say, the BP logo is a far cry from what the company stands for. This brand decided to get the most out of the psychology of colors in marketing. Since it is clear from the name that the company contributes to environmental pollution, they decided to convince their customers that they are doing everything possible to stay as green and environmentally friendly as possible. Number 1. Symantec brand and acquisition, $1,280 million. According to reports, Symantec paid as much as $1,280 million on the logo and branding they are currently supporting. This very simple but impressive logo was worth the price tag you see on the headline. Its key element is a checkmark, indicating that the operation was successful. One of the purchases made by Symantec is the acquisition of VeriSign. They did not just gain access to the company's idea and resources, but also to the VeriSign logo and famous checkmark, which they have skillfully incorporated into the Symantec logo. In case you are not familiar with it, it represents a tick for the authentication of security certificates, SSL for websites, which is crucial if you want people to trust your online shop or e-commerce website. Since the tick mark is associated with trustworthiness, Symantec wisely chooses to include it in their logo. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. So that's it for today's video. I'll be back with some more mind-blowing facts in the next video. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon and click notification, all for more awesome facts and stories. Thanks for watching. Bye.